Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to guide you through sunrise stretch. We will practice together for 25 minutes. So just a reminder to listen to your body. If any stretches are not working for you, you can always skip them, come on out and modify. And things that you may want for your practice today, but you definitely don't need them. You may want to have a yoga mat to practice on. It could be nice to have a yoga block and blanket close by as well, just to gently support your body. Again, if you don't have those, no biggie, you can definitely work around it, but they can just add a little bit of support to the practice. So let's get started. I was thinking today we could work a bit with our low back. So let's come down onto our backs to start. And we are just going to lay down for a moment. And as we start, let's bring our feet down on our mat. We'll have our knees bent and just give yourself a moment here to give a little bit of a tuck to your tailbone. And that will just help to lengthen your low back and to create a little bit of grounding here. Bring your knees into your chest. You can take your arms, hands around your knees or your shins. And let's do a little rock to the right and a little rock to the left. And then as you're rocking here, just trying to let go of any tension that you might be holding onto in the low back. Let's bring ourselves into stillness here. You can plant your left foot down on the mat, left knee is bent. So let's bring that right knee into our chest. And we are going to circle that knee. So you can find large circles and maybe find smaller circles. And then as you're circling here, just noticing where you feel the stretch in your body, what that feels like, and breathe into it. Let's begin to circle in the other direction. So we'll just reverse that movement. And then coming into stillness here, fingers will interlock, reach for the front of your knee, and then pull that knee into your chest. So we'll use a little arm strength here. We'll use a little bit of shoulder strength to really draw that leg in. Good. Now let's try to avoid our stomach, avoid our rib cage, and then try to draw that knee into the underarm area. Good. And let's take the sole of our right foot to the inside of your left leg. So you're going to straighten out that left leg. And we are going to take a reclining tree stretch. So for this one, you can press down into the outer edge of your right foot, into the heel of your left foot. Lift your hips up, tuck your tailbone, even off your low back. Maybe the hands are reaching up and overhead, if that feels okay in the shoulders. And just give yourself a breath here. Nice inhale and exhale. This will be a nice passive stretch to the inner leg. That nice passive stretch for your hips. Good. And let's begin to take our right knee off towards the left. So we are going to bring ourselves into a little twist here. So the right knee moves to the left. And you can use your left hand if you wanted, and this will bring us into a spinal twist. And let's release that one. We are going to bring our feet nice and wide to the edges of the mat. Let your knees be bent, and windshield wipe your knees to the right and to the left. So we're just going to go from one side to the next side. Good. Come back to stillness here. Let's bring that left knee into our chest. We'll take that moment to find a little circle here, find a bit of movement here in the hip joint. And then circle in the other direction. And And pull that knee into your chest and into your stomach. Use your arm strength, use your shoulder strength. And then gently lighten up on the stretch. Try to avoid your stomach, avoid your rib cage. Pull the knee into your underarm area. Just give a little different stretch here. Great. And let's transition into that spinal twist. So we can bring the sole of our left foot to the inside of the right leg. Maybe hands reach up and overhead. And you can always press down into your right heel, into the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your hips up, balance off your hips, and balance off through your low back. Bring yourself to twist. Let's float that left knee to the right, and we'll just give a nice spinal twist for our low back, mid back, and upper back. And begin to release. Let's float ourselves back on through to center. Take your feet nice and wide to the edges of your mat, and draw your knees to the right and draw your knees to the left. Great. Let's bring ourselves into a happy baby stretch. You can flex your feet, reach for your heels, and take a moment here to press out through your heels. You can just do a little rock to the right and to the left. Flex your feet, press through your heels. Breathe in and breathe out. Coming into stillness here. Let's plant our feet. Knees will be bent. And let's try a really nice low back stretch, and we'll hold this one for a moment. So let's try out a figure 4 stretch here. You are just going to cross your right foot over your left leg. And you can stay right here if you want. There's a few options. So one option is to reach for the back of your left leg. You could reach for the front of your left leg. And there's also a variation where you reach for both of your arms around both of your legs. And we'll just hold this one for a moment. So you can flex your right foot. You can encourage that right knee away from your face. And breathe in here. So this can really help with the low back. If there's any tension there, any tight muscles, it just really helps to release pressure. And it's a really wonderful hip opener. Anytime we can open up the hips as well, it's double benefit, because a lot of times when the hips are tight, then back pain shows up. So it's always good to do hip openers as well. Let's let that one go. We're going to try that on the other side. Left leg up and over. Find your figure 4 stretch. Reach for the back of your leg, front of your leg. Maybe keep your foot on the ground. You can flex your foot. Press through your heel. And then maybe in your body, give yourself a moment to just kind of connect and notice where you feel the stretch, what that feels like, and breathe into it. And release. Let's bring our feet to the edges of our mats. Knees are bent. Drop your knees to the right and drop your knees to the left. Knees to the chest. Let's do a rock and roll. We'll come on up to seated. And as you come on up to seated, sit with your legs crossed. You can sit in any position that feels comfortable for your body. Let's bring our hands into the heart space in prayer. Drop your chin to your chest as you exhale. And then let's open